Testing, 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 testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me talking into this? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. How's the sound? Are you getting any sound? You're not getting any sound? Then we won't stream. If you don't have sound, we won't stream. It could be the computer. This is the real tech. Pretty sure this is. Plug it, unplug it. Just hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear the microphone? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Any chance you can hear me? Hello, hello. It looks like it's broadcasting. You can see. You can hear it? Now let's see if we hear it without this. Want to try it without?
You can, yeah.
No, it sounds like it's picking up sounds.
There's the delay.
Oh. I am talking to Rhinell.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
What?
It's working. It's even better.
On the bottom right.
Yeah?
Misspelled
Yeah,
it.
misspelled
No, it's working.
contest?
It's working perfectly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't
The misspelled contest.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
We need another key in there. See that?
Yeah, yeah.
How's the back doing? Getting injection?
Oh, yeah. I got an injection and it's great. One injection.
You're very fortunate.
Yeah, one injection plus some stretching exercises,
Good.
building exercises.
Stretch and get rid of the belly.
Yeah. Get rid of the belly.
If
Yeah.
you can.
I'm working on that.
Me too. It's going the wrong way.
Actually, I'm in shape. It happens to be
Yeah, you
round. It happens to be round
Right.
is my shape, but I'm in shape.
In a way. What about I had someone looking on the core, but I just said, good, but the rest of it. It was great. Where do you want me to put the chair?
What is it here?
No, I don't know.
Oh, did you fix it back?
What's that good? I don't remember it. I thought I have to come here to prove that I'm here. Just I'm waiting for this guy. Fix after. I'm not rushing. Wait, really is different.
Technical.
Right.
We always start a little after.
That's okay.
So people just come wandering in.
Stragglers.
Yeah, it worked. Okay, cool. You're good to go.
Good to go?
Just remind people of the audio's on.
Okay, I will. Can we have everybody stop playing and gather around, please? We can get started.
Ready to go?
We're ready to go.
Wow.
Would you fellas mind playing some other room or someplace else so it doesn't disturb the lecture?
Massive. They're looking for pain.
All right, good.
That was a good one.
Oh, I'm going to sit up front. Smart people. I used to sit in the back of the room. That's how I got to where I'm at.
What? Yeah, I can take that out. Thank you. Push hard. Good idea.
You want to get as much of this as you can.
Okay, everybody, go ahead.
They're going to move down farther down that way because that's the tournament.
Okay,
And when this game is over, they'll move farther down.
thank you. We are being streamed live, so watch your language and be as complimentary as possible.
Phil is great. Phil is good. You're doing a great job.
And it's you're doing a great job so far, thank you. And we're being recorded. Great, best seminar ever. Thank you all for coming. We're done now. And we're being streamed and recorded. I am, for those of you who may not know me, I'm Phil Simborg, and I represent the U.S. Backgammon Federation in just about everything I do. I'm also part of a teaching group called the Backgammon Learning Center, along with Stick, John O'Hagan, and Perry. And we have currently about 80 students worldwide, and I'm a full-time backgammon teacher, about 5-6 hours a day. And just about everything I show you and I do, I have to give credit to my partners in Perry and Paul McGrill by extension, and the experts that I've stolen everything from just about. But we've come up with a few things that are fun. And today what I want to do is not just give a lecture. I want to show you something that I invented about 10, 15 years ago that to me is one of the most fun and best ways to learn to improve your backgammon game if you have a friend that's anywhere near your level of play. And even if you don't, I used to play this with Jake Jacobs and David Wells and players who were much better than me, but they gave me a little bit of a spot. It's called Challenge Gammon. What we do is we play a game, but we challenge each other on every single move. And we usually have a bet, if you're into betting, maybe 10 cents or 15 cents, nothing serious, because gambling is not what we recommend. But we do it for the fun of it, or we buy drinks afterwards or whatever. And anytime I make a play, then my opponent can say, okay, I agree, or he can challenge me, and he has to tell me his play, and we see which play is better. So what I've done today is I've pre-selected some different positions and types of games that we're going to play out as if they're being rolled out, but I've already put in these games so that we have some interesting and challenging games to talk about. And I'd like to make it into a competition, and I'd like some volunteers. I need 2 people on each side to volunteer. I would prefer to have anybody, who wants to make a fool of themselves or take a shot at guessing at the plays. Any 4 people. Okay, we got one right here. Irv. Well, you 2 are a team. Sit right there. Sit right there. All right, we got a volunteer here. Your name, Kevin? Kevin, why don't you sit up front there? Ed, you want to be his partner? You're sitting in the right spot. You got to leave. All right, I need one more player on that team. Come on up. I forgot your name again. Lynn, sure, right.
You mean you forgot it more than once?
More than once. So why don't you sit, and why don't you let him have that spot? So the team on the left, you're going to see how this works as we go, and I need a volunteer to keep score. It's real simple. Will you keep score for me? Just on a piece of paper, just mark down how many points each side gets. We're going to have prizes at the end. That's good. And you get, here's the deal. If you make a play and your opponents challenge it and your play was right, you get 2 points. If your opponent's play is right, they get 2 points. If you make a play and it's the wrong play and your opponents don't challenge it, you automatically just get a point for getting away with the sleazy play. So this is the way we play in our group. And by the way, we're also looking not only at just plays, we're looking at the cube as well. So let's just get started, and we always start left to right. So I'll let the team on the left is going to decide right off the bat how they would play a 6-4. Let me set the stage. The score is 4 away, 4 away, and blue is holding a 2 cube. And red has to play a 6-4. So the 2 players on the left you can consult. I don't want to take too long, and don't be afraid to make a mistake because this is a learning session as well. And red has to play 6-4. We're bearing off to the right, and I want the team on the left to decide which play they think is the best play.
We're at make the opponent's bar.
All right, making the opponent's bar is your play. The team on the right, you have 2 choices. You can agree with their play, or you can offer an alternative play that you think is better.
I don't see how they're making a bar play.
You don't see how? They're playing 24-18, 22-18, and making their opponent's bar point. That's their play.
Oh, okay, that way. Okay, now I know which one.
They're moving this this one here, and this one here. They're going that way.
We get a point for them not knowing the
And you get 6 points for them not knowing the direction. Very good. So,
I got a crazy question.
well, you and your partner agree on a play. What do you think?
13 to 7, 13 to 9.
Okay, so the question is, are you confident enough to challenge them to bet your play is better? You're betting 2 points. Your partner agree with you? You got to do it. You and your partner need to agree, or
Okay.
Well, I don't agree with it.
okay. Well, you guys have 20 seconds to work it out. Talk to each other.
Well, I'm talking about timing and a better board.
Yeah, we got a lot of blocks open in the home, and I guess we got a lot of good ways to come back here. We might as well roll these bones. Gambling, we might as well gamble big. I agree with her.
Okay. Okay. So the team on roll is going to make their opponent's bar. Team on roll is going to make the opponent's bar, and the challengers say they're going to slot their own bar point. And where's your 4?
9, 13 to 9.
So you're bringing 2 down from the midpoint.
Right.
Sure.
Because 3 blots isn't enough. You want to have 6 blots.
Lots of blocks.
Right.
There is a game called Hachipuri where you cannot hit a blot. You actually can block with 1 checker. And I think you guys are playing the wrong game. Does anybody in the audience have an opinion that they care to say? Any other player agree with either of those plays? Making the bar? You like that play? Uh-huh. Making the opponent's bar.
Yeah.
Okay, you disagree with both. What do you like? You like hitting off the ace point. How do you hit off the ace point?
24 to 14.
7 to 1. He's hitting on the ace point.
Yeah, you got
24 14.
He's
24
unless you break it.
24 14.
Oh, hitting from the ace point.
We're at a bad angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked like it was on the
Improve your angle. Okay. Okay. Now let me show you the right play. The right play is to hit, and nobody mentioned it. You simply hit. You did. CC mention it?
Yeah.
Okay, CC. Now, since both players are wrong, there are no points.
Oh, I'm not getting the point, am I?
Neither one of you get a point.
I was deliberately pointing to it.
Okay, so you're deliberately. Let's talk about this play, guys. Please. I don't want to have to keep shouting. There's a real good concept here that's important. Ed, please. I'm sorry. Why don't you tell us why it's the right play? No, really, I want to get help from the audience.
Okay. I see that my original thought was to actually make bar point, but I look at it a little more. I see that blue is totally stripped on 13 points and on the 8 points. So you want that to collapse. So hitting that guy on the 14th point, blue will come in somewhere back on the board, and then the next part of the blue is pretty bad.
All right, so basically what Ed is saying is blue is stripped, and you're at a point where you're not going to. Lots of times when your opponent's in a back game, you're trying to avoid hitting them because you're giving them timing, and that's a major fear in these kinds of positions. You keep hitting them too much, you give them lots and lots of timing, and that could happen here. But there's a point at which you say, I'm going to hit him so much and give him so much timing that he's going to have nothing to build points with on the other side of the board, and he's going to have to crash. Red's game plan here is to make a prime. He wants, guys, please, I'm trying to record this. Guys?
Do you mind if I update while you're talking?
Yeah, go ahead. His goal is to make a prime. She's updating. And it's going to be easier to make a prime without those checkers and to bring builders into the outfield. And when you make the 7, when red makes the 7 point, blue, there's enough timing left to where blue is likely to crash quite a bit. Let's keep in mind also at this score, the value of gammons is 1.0. You win the gammon, you win a gammon, you win the match. And hitting more checkers is going to give you a lot more gammons, even if it might cost you a game or two by risking some timing. So hitting is the best play here. It puts you in the best shape. The play of bringing 2 off the 13 point is very, very inventive, and that's the nicest thing I can say about that play.
We adjust the timing. 6 blots versus,
6 blots is great, and I think it's fun, and I invite you guys to a match later. Okay.
I'll play you that as a prop on that.
Yes.
And they
Bill,
say 3 back.
I'm sorry, I got here a little late. What was the roll?
6-4.
6-4.
Okay. All right. So now, Irvin, Jerry, it's your turn to play, and blue rolls a 4-2. I bet you money you're going to get the 2 right. And how do you play the 4?
2 on the 23.
Yeah, the 2 comes into the 23. How do you play the 4 is the question.
I would say the 6-2.
You and your partner come to an agreement.
I like 13-7.
John, let the teams decide, and then we'll talk. We're doing a competition.
Yeah, the 6 to the 2. Okay. Hit 'em.
Can you get a break every now and
And I just do it on the 4.
Probably a bad move.
Is that your play?
2 deep.
That's why I'm out of money, though.
What's your play? Let's move on so we can get some more positions.
22-18.
Jerry?
Well, okay, yeah, 22-18.
Okay, you're coming in and going out to the bar. That's your play. Okay, opposing team. Are you challenging or do you agree with their play?
Just depends what the next roll is.
Your time is up.
We agree.
You agree with the play. Does anybody in the audience have any thoughts? Now is the time, John, if you have some.
Change
I like 13-9.
13-9. Excuse me, she's got to change the screen for the streaming real quick. So, Viator likes 13-9. He's seldom wrong. Anybody else? Yes. 6-2 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming out to the bar, too.
And hey, that was the play that was selected by the first team coming out to the bar. The right play was to hit, to play the hitting play. And the reason here, if you play out to the bar, you need to maintain those innerboard points. You can get slaughtered way too easily and get blitzed. They could easily hit 2 and do all kinds of damage to you. You don't mind getting hit off the 2-point. You need to time this game, but you really cannot afford to give up the 3-point at this point by coming out to the bar. There's just too many opportunities to hit 2 or 1 if you don't remake that 3-point or even the 1-point right away. And by the way, lots of people love the 1-2 game. I love the 1-2 back game, but you sure don't want to be there unless you have incredible timing. And it's very, very hard to time if your opponent knows how to play at all. So we have neither of you got the right play, and we have no points. Recycling does not count. It's like we're not playing touch move in this game, and we've been talking about that. Okay, team on the left, you get to play the next roll. And by the way, you're blue on roll, and you can redouble at any time. So just speak up and stop me if you think you have a redouble here. And if you have a redouble here, I'm going to replace you with another team. So the roll is a 4-1 for blue. And again, you're going to come in with the 1. Where's your 4?
What's the second?
They're looking at the obvious play of playing 6-2, but they think I'm trying to trick them.
They're trying to phone a friend right now.
Go on in at 22-18.
Okay, you're coming in and hitting off the bar.
Yeah, we concur.
You concur. Anybody else have any thoughts? Sometimes the obvious play is right, guys. You come in and you hit off the bar. Remember I said earlier, Red's trying to prime you? Don't let him. You really can't afford to let him make that bar point. And, you know, one of the major rules of playing back games, it's one of the first things I teach. When you get into a back game, if you have a chance to, get out of it. Always think about how you can go forward. Here's a great opportunity to go forward. If that checker on the bar doesn't get hit by some miracle, or if you can come in and hit it back or make his bar point, you've got a game where you can go forward. even a bad game going forward is better than a backgame in most cases, because if nothing else, you're not going to get gammon so much, and you can win that game a lot. So always think about how can I go forward, and it's too soon to give up and just say I'm going to play a massive backgame here and try and time it. So you don't want him to make the bar hit him. Okay, Jerry, Irv, what did I do here? Blue played already. I must have missed Red's roll. Yeah, Red came in with a 2-4. We already know what happened, so I'll skip that. And this time, in the 2-4, he came in with the 2. This is a tough play, by the way. And he goes out to his bar. And I'm sorry that I skipped ahead. I hit the button too fast, but that's a great play. Take a look at the original with the 2-4 here. And I think a lot of people might be afraid to go out to the bar. It might come down. The last thing you want to do is play 8-4 with the 2-4 here. That's what I call a pimple, because it's ugly. You put that checker on top of those other checkers inside, and you lose the use of it to make the bar point, which is the next point you really want to make. It's more important really than the 3-point for priming. So we got your 2-4 play, and now it's time for Irv and Jerry to play a 2-1 for blue.
2-1 for blue. I would have rolled better.
You don't get a reroll.
Well, it looks cocked to me. Well, we could hit 2. That's one option.
Hitting 2 is an option.
That's an option.
I think I did 2. 13, 11, and 6 to 5.
Jerry, agree?
Or 7 to 6.
So there's something about 6 blots going on. I'm not
Right.
sure what it is.
Is that your play?
Wait a minute. What's the roll?
The roll is a 2-1
You want
for
to bounce
blue.
2 checkers? Yeah.
Okay. Their play is to hit 2. Challengers, do you challenge or do you accept?
13 to 11.
By the way, if nobody gets any points, nobody gets any prizes.
I want this.
I'll be damned if I'm passing out prizes to 0-0.
So we're going to challenge.
Yeah, you challenge.
We're gonna-
22 and hit the 11.
You're gonna make the 22 and hit the 11. Everybody, can we see that? We can see merits in both plays. What does the audience think? You like that play?
Reinforce the 3-point.
Reinforce.
24, 22.
Reinforcing the 3-point. We have a third option there, playing both checkers to the 3-point.
Yes.
Okay. What did I just say a minute ago? When you're in a back game, try and go forward. Hitting 2 is the way to go forward. You hit 2, put him on the defense. How are you not going to next time, unless he rolls a joker, how are you not going to make your bar, his bar, your 5-point? You're going to do something good and go forward.
We get 2 points apiece for that, right?
You get 2 points total. You're going to split it.
How do
You
you
get
get
2
1
points to Team B. Very good play. Does everybody understand why that was the play? If you're going forward. Think about going forward. The other 2 plays were reasonable plays, but you're trying to shore up a back game. Guys, I'm taping this. You're trying to shore up a back game when you should be trying to go forward. So if there's a theme from this, that's the theme. Don't give up and just play a back game when you don't necessarily have to. And there's nothing wrong. Well, I won't say there's nothing wrong, but it's not fun to have 6 blots around the board. But when he's got 2 checkers up, you can often be successful. Okay.
That's right. They have 6 spots this time. I'm finally right.
You're finally right. It's the 6-blot Irv's play. Right. Okay, fellas, you have a 3-3 to play. 2 of them come in. Where are the other 2?
I'll tell you what we're discussing.
Team 1 here has to decide.
I'm discussing making the 5 deuces, and he wants to hit on the bar from the mid.
Well, I'd run into the
No,
bar.
we're not done.
Right. Let them.
Okay, he wins because it's his turn.
13 to 7 with a hit, and then.
You got to come in with 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, so we're not discussing.
Are you coming in with 2 and playing 13-7 hit? Okay, challenges. Do you challenge or do you like that
If
play?
I was going to play it that way, should I agree with him just to go along, or should I?
No, if you don't want to lose points if you agree with them.
Well, the smart play is to play the way they played, I think.
Uh-huh.
You're going to tell me there's
I
a
say-
brain in this.
All right,
computer,
look,
that's why
there's
you
the
gotta-
smart play and there's your play. I mean, tell me what you would do. I don't want to hear the smart play.
22 twice, 23 twice, 20.
he agrees with me and you agree with him.
Okay, we'll have to split again.
No, you guys have to decide. Are you challenging or not?
13-7, I think.
So that's an agreement.
We had the same disagreement, but we came up with
Exactly.
I'd rather make, you do what you want.
No, you don't.
I'd rather make the five point,
Yeah.
5 point is forever, and
This is illustrating a very important point. This is why we use clocks and doubles.
That's the magic thing.
the golden
Book I'm
point.
reading. That's
The golden point.
the real thing. Yeah, okay, I'll go with the 20. 22.
Okay, you challenge, you would come in and make the opponent's bar point. I mean, 5 point.
5 point.
You come in
Magic.
23 to 20 with 2.
You never be primed up.
Audience,
after
what do you think?
that. have
Yes.
forward and backhand.
Huh?
Hit 17.
Hit off hit the 17. We have another play here. Come in with 2 and play 23-17 and hit on the outside there. That's what CC likes. Okay. Lots of people agree on hitting the 7. Hitting the 7 is right by a lot. If you hit outside, you're just leaving a tremendous number of return shots, and you don't have great structure. And again, red is still trying to prime. And if he doesn't get hit back on the bar on the next roll, or doesn't get hit back, he's got a big chance to make the 7 point, which would be a very, very strong game.
That landed on the edge.
Guys, okay, you're up on the right there. Oh, you challenged, and they were right. And Team A wins
I
2
missed
points.
that whole part. I missed the whole thing there.
We're tied. 2-2.
Okay, blue to play 4-5, and you dance. So I'm going to stay with Team 1 to play the next play. This was a match that was actually played. You guys get to go again because I'm not going to have you guess how you play a dance. But you're going to be red now, and you have a 4-2 to play. What's your play?
Take the bar.
All right, you're making the bar. Team B, do you challenge or do you make the bar? Or do you do something else?
No. Okay, looking at this.
Shh. Let them decide first. We don't want them to have intelligent help yet. Time is up, guys. Clock is running. What's your play?
Yeah, I'd say hit them
Hit him where and how?
7-3.
7-3 with the 4. Where's the 2?
13-11.
That's your play?
Wait a minute. It's blue. I'm playing blue or red. I'm playing red.
You're right.
Yeah. 13-11 and 7. Get rid of that blot and put it in a different spot.
We could go 22-18, 22-20. I don't know. We could hit them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Their official answers, I don't know.
Okay.
I think we should
Hit 'em.
hit them and go up to the 5 point. 22-20, 22-18.
You're hitting. Okay. So you're challenging and you're playing 22-20, 22-18.
Yep.
Audience, what do you think? Any comments?
I
Yes.
still like 13-7.
You like
Thinking about
8-6 and 22-18. Any other
I
thoughts?
still like 13-7.
You like 13-7? 13-7? Okay. If we've learned nothing else today, we've learned that playing and defending back games is not easy. It takes a lot of work. You hit them off the 3-point, put in a second checker up because you really don't want him to make that 3-point. And I don't blame you. I've been screaming at you that he wants to make the bar point and make a prime, but your priorities are often going to change. And because you can put a second checker up, you stop him from making that 3-point. If he doesn't hit you with a 3 now, it's going to be clean up on aisle 3 because you're going to clean up 18 checkers, and I don't know how many gammons you're going to win here, but it's going to be in the 80 percentile. after you hit the rest of those checkers if he doesn't hit you back. And even if he hits you back, you got so many return shots and so many blots out there, it's time to attack. So here was the question, and here's the biggest lesson, I think, of this play. Before every single checker play, there's a most important question you should ask. What is my game plan? And here it's changed 5 times. Your game plan was to prime. Now your game plan is to play an attacking game because you don't want him to make that point. He's got all those blots all over the place, and you can always do the prime later. So your game plan, you have to think of how is this going to play out. Now, how do you know which game plan to select? One thing is to try and visualize what's likely to happen on the next roll. That's called MCV, most common variation. If you did hit, what's likely to happen on this roll? There's only 2 things that matter. One of my favorite things that I've learned in the last few years in backgammon, I learned from Matt Cohn-Geyer. Jerry, would you please? Jerry, please. One of the best things I've learned in backgammon in many, many years is from Matt Cohn-Geyer. I interviewed him, and I said, Matt, you're brilliant. You're great at math. You're brilliant in many ways. You have an incredible memory. What of those things has made you such a great player? And he said, none of those. He says, what I think makes me so good is I can hone in on the one thing that matters the most in each position or situation and ignore the noise. What matters most in this position after you hit is whether you're going to get hit or not. You're going to get hit only with double 3s, double 2s, or double 1s. Or any 3, rather. I'm sorry. Any 3, double 2, or double 1. And if you get hit, what happens? You recirculate, you hit again. If you don't get hit, you kill them. That's all you have to think about is whether or not you get hit here. When you make the prime and you make the other play that was suggested, there's 18 things that can go wrong. If you look at all the possible things that can happen to you that Blue can do on his next roll, it makes it obvious that the hitting play is right here. And it really is obvious that many people in this room didn't get it, and don't be embarrassed. I just posted on the USBGF Facebook page a play that came up yesterday that at least 4 giants got wrong when they looked at it and gave me their opinion on the play, and it's hugely right to make one play and not another. Question?
That was a 4-2. So taking the hitting on the 3-point is obvious, but let's say you brought down the red checker from 13 to 11, would that be an error or a blunder? Or?
I'd have to check to see how much worse it is for 13-11, but it's not terrible. I can tell you right now it's not bad. The difference of splitting to the 5-point or coming down to 13-11 isn't horrible at all. It's nice to have those back checkers split so you can do all that cleaning up and not get stuck back in his inner board at this point. But I don't think that's the critical part of the play. Good, very good question, though. Okay, we have nobody got this right. They got no points. Let's go on. And
Just like school.
you have a 3-1 to play. It's automatic. You're coming in with both checkers and hitting, so that doesn't count. So you're going to do the next play. Your next play is red to play double 2 from the bar. This is Team B. Irvin, Jerry.
Can I do one more?
Go ahead. She's got to do a little adjustment here on the screen. Excuse me.
It's not working.
For the stream.
Yeah, right.
Just a second. It's not showing up. It's driving me crazy because it says.
Come in with one.
I'll take care of it. Just worry about that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's right. Don't worry.
Don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we got our answer.
All right, what's your answer?
Our answer is to come in with a 2, 22 to 20, and 5, 5, 3, 3.
Okay, coming in, and you're shoring up. You're making your opponent's 5-point, and you're switching 5 to 3.
Yep.
Challengers, do you like that play, or do you like something else?
We like touching down.
What do you like?
We're going to come on in, and then we're going to take the 20-point all the way to the 14 and hit 2.
Okay. Audience, any thoughts?
50-18 and then switch 5.
50-18 and then 5 to 3 switch? Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay. Any other thoughts? 5 to 3 switch. I want to congratulate you for thinking of that bad play because most people forget the switching plays. There's 3 kinds of plays that I think that open top players see that intermediates often miss. The switching play, the trap plays and the loose hit plays, or often the banana split play where you hit loose and leave 2 blots. Those are often missed. So I'm glad you're looking for those plays because they're often right, and they're some of the biggest blunders that you can make. It's wrong in this situation, however. The best play is Team A's play to hit both checkers and put lots of checkers up on the bar. Again, you're not going to stop Blue from timing this game, so overtime him and win lots and lots of gammons and win the match. There's a big incentive here when the gammon price, again, is 1.0 to hit lots of checkers and win the match. Even if he comes in and makes the 3-point, how's he going to hold this game and time this game and end up with a decent game? It's possible he could roll some doubles and make your bar point and then have a decent game, or roll a 6-5 and make your bar point. There's risk in all these plays, but this is your best play to go forward and win gammons. And by the way, I checked this. Even at a normal match score, when gammons are worth 0.5, this is the right play. You just gotta. This is a cleanup play, and you're gonna just gonna have blue. Blue might end up with a very well timed 1-2 or 1-2-3 back game, and yes, he probably is going to get a double or triple shot, but he's going to have nothing on the other side to stop you. You're going to pop right in and come back around again. So that's the play in this game. We get 2 points for. You already scored 2 points for Team A. Very nice play, guys. Very good to see that. That was not easy. That is the end of this segment. I have 2 other kinds of games. I wanted to show you some examples of a back game. I have a holding game. I have a priming game. And we have time for one more. Let's get another team. We have Team A as our winner. You stay. You're the winners. Who would like to challenge this? John, sit over there. Who wants to play with John? And your consolation prize, guys. Thanks for being willing to make a fool of yourself. You did a great job of it. Here's a USBGF Backgammon. I love Backgammon band. All right, we got Greg Merriman and John Viator as our new challengers.
It's actually 2 syllables. Not Viator.
All right, I'm covering the screen while I set the next position. Real quick. A whole different type of game. We won't have time for all 3. We'll just do 2 today. Maybe we can go a little faster. We'll let the challengers go first. Okay, the stage is set. I can put it back up.
So does the winning team feel very empowered? You guys ready to...
Yeah, you guys can win double now. All right, here we have a score of 7 away, 7 away. And you'll notice on my extreme gammon, I always use the away score. And if you're playing against me on a table, you won't see me put down a score of 3-2. I'm putting down 4 away, 6 away. And I've got permission from most of the tournament directors that that's legal to do it that way, because all I'm doing is writing the score. The away score is all you care about in backgammon. I've memorized all of my take points, gammon values, all of my cube strategy based on the away score. That's the way I teach. That's the way to think. This is 7 away, 7 away. Blue is holding a 4 cube, and blue has to play a 4-1, and our challengers have to go first.
Are we blue then?
Right now you are. You're blue. So John and Greg Merriman, you have a 4-1 to play. What's your play? Irv, don't tell them.
We must have a preference to 11, 7, 8, 7. That's in the bottom. 5.
John, you're at a disadvantage. Anything that doesn't leave blots is really not usually what Greg Merriman likes. I know his game.
We'll make the bar.
I know his game. You're going to make the bar. Playing 11-7, 8-7. Challengers, do you challenge or do you agree?
We disagree.
You disagree? Anybody who's absolutely sure this play is lying. These are tough.
All right, 24-23 and slot the 5.
24-23 and slot the 5. Okay, so we have two totally different concepts of what to do in this game. Audience, what do you think? Make the 5 point? Make the 5 point?
I like the 23 point.
You like the 23 point?
I like the 5 point.
Okay, we've got lots of different concepts here. There is a saying that I love that says, unless you can think of a really good reason not to, make the 5 point. And that's the right play. Congratulations. No points. You both got it wrong. And why do you make the 5 point? How the hell do I know? I just know you're supposed to make the 5 point. I wish I could be smarter and tell you. But the truth is that if you play, if you try and make his 2 point, you're trying to play this back game. You're trying to play a back game that's probably not going to be successful anyway. You're already in trouble. You've got the cube. How are you going to win this game? What's your game plan? Your game plan is probably to counter prime or to cause him problems getting out. Now, lots of people would say, well, isn't it better to make the bar point to do that than the 5 point to do that? The truth is no, because if he comes out to your bar point, you can hit him with more immunity and then make the bar point. If he goes to your 5 point and you hit him, you take a strong risk of being hit back. So you'll see dozens of positions, and I've got loads and loads of positions, and I'm constantly showing people that when you have a choice between making your bar point and your 5 point, it's usually a no-brainer to make the 5 point. Almost always. It's amazing how often it's right. So I don't like saying do it just because it's a rule of thumb. In this case, if you go deeper, you'll see the logic and beauty of this going forward. How's red going to get out of there? Yes, double sixes, you're dead. Yes, double 6-5, he's got a great roll. Aside from those two rolls, and no matter what play you make, you can always come up with some jokers that your opponent could roll that's going to kill you. But most of the time, he's not going to be able to escape in one roll, and you're going to have some counterplay. And your best game plan for blue is not to try and play a back game, not to try and play a 2-point holding game. If you can counter prime him, you can get him to break that prime and win a priming game here. Take a look at the pip count. Everybody ignores the pip count, I think, until you've been trained not to. It's not. No one's thinking about doubling here. Nobody's thinking about racing here, and people just ignore the pip count. The fact that red is winning this by 29 pips means red has less timing. That is in favor of blue if you play a priming game versus a priming game. He's got a big advantage. If he can make a prime and hold those two checkers back, who's going to break first? It's going to be red because he's up 29 pips in the race. So that's a major, major factor. That's another thing to look at in these positions. Okay, we have no points, and we have the Team A to play.
Oh, that's our play.
I already showed it?
You
just showed it. Yeah, you went too far.
I'm sorry. I went too far on the 2-5. We're going to skip the 2-5, which is the hit loose, and now we have a 2-4. I'm sorry. So Team B, play a 2-4. You're coming in with the 2 and hitting. Where's your 4? It's the other team's play, but thanks for helping. If I was your doubles partner and you did that, I would hit you, except I'd figure you were lying. You believed him? You guys are that big a sucker to listen to Greg? The guy on the other side? All right. If I can give you one piece of advice, don't listen to the other team. Are you challenging Greg, or do you agree? You slot the bar up. Now he challenges you and wins 6 points. John, Greg?
I like it.
We'll challenge. Break the mid.
Break the mid. That is one of the wisest parlays I've ever seen. You give them the right play and then challenge them. Great parlay, Greg. This is called, no, you guys are right. You get 2 points.
We took their play and they got.
What's this called? The Greg Merriman what? What's the word I give it? The Greg Merriman, give me a word. Not parlay, it's the Greg Merriman, the Greg Merriman psych. It's the Greg Merriman psych. Give them the right play, then make the wrong play. Beautiful. Okay, So you get 2 points now. Greg and John, you have a 5-3 to play. The 3 from the bar. Where's the 5?
7-2. Yeah, I'm going the other way now. So 24-22, 13-8.
24-22. Is that your play?
I would go with that.
Okay. 24.
Bar 22.
Coming in and playing 13-8. Slot the back of the pride. Team A, do you challenge or do you agree?
I think we're going to take his first play.
We're going to take it first.
Slash is what he calls it. So we're going to.
Yeah, it's a good theory. Greg is always right when he's wrong. And you're going to slash, which is the right play by far.
Thank you again.
No, I was telling this.
Greg, I want you to look at that side of the table. You're on this side of the table. And slashing is right. If you don't get hit back, look at your game. I mean, my God, talk about being able to go forward and win this game. And a gammon here is going to win you the match. It's not worth quite so much because you're getting 4 points when you only need 3. So it doesn't have quite as big a value as you would think, but it's still important. It can still win you the match. But aside from gammons, you're going to win lots of games here if you don't get hit back. If you do get hit back, you still have a reasonable game. If you make the other play, picture the other play, you're giving him 6s and 1s to hit. You're giving him numbers that make his own bar point. We got you're scoring that? Yeah. Okay. What's the score?
4.
4-0. 4-0. Okay. Looks like we got a tough team we started with. Okay, it's Greg and I'm sorry, it's Team A's play to play a 5-2 from the bar. You're obviously hitting with the 2. Where's the 5? I'll give you a hint. Hitting both is clearly right. Which both is the problem?
We're debating that. All right, so we challenge. 8-3.
Okay, so you're hitting off the 3 point with the 5. And Greg and John, what's your play?
23, obviously, and then 18.
Okay, so you're hitting off the bar, and Team A's hitting off the 3 point. Any comments before I show the answer? We got a giant enter the room here who's never ever wrong. I have never seen this guy make a mistake. Stepan, what's the right play here?
I wouldn't get to this position.
Pick up your dice.
He's continued to have I told you, I've never seen this guy wrong. And he's continued to be right again. Do not get in this position, guys. Hitting off the bar. Why is it better? Why is it better than hitting inside? Your opponent's got a good board. If he hits you back, you got real big problems. Now, if he doesn't hit you back, you can make the 3 point naturally maybe next time, or you can hit him next time and put a third one up, and it isn't so bad when you get 3 up, or you can just make the bar point, have a heck of a priming game. You've got a good game going forward here. If he does roll a 3, that's a problem. You're not happy if he rolls a 3, but would you rather have him roll a 3 and make the point, or would you rather have him roll a 3 and hit you? That's the real question that you want to ask yourself. Very good point. You don't want to get hit. Okay, who got the points then?
We did.
Team Challenger. Okay, it's now whose turn? It's Greg's turn. Greg and John to play a 6-4 for blue. Red did make the 3 point, and blue to play 6-4. 13-7, 18-14 is your play. Challengers?
What's the movement each other?
13-7, making the bar point, and 18-14. Moving this one 4 and moving this one 6. Okay, challengers.
He's saying clear one.
Time is up. Your clock ran out.
We'll go 13.
Clear the net.
Okay, you challenge and you clear the mid. You play both off the 13. Audience, what do you think? 2 down. You like the 2 down? You do like 1 down and 18-14, the original play. You know, when you do that, you're committing to agreeing with Greg Merriman. You're going on record. Ken, your reputation is going to be trashed. Your reputation can be trashed. The original play was correct to come off the Why are we coming off here? Anybody got a reason?
Just getting 1s and 2s.
How about you don't want to give him good 6s?
That's right.
And you give him a good 6 and he hits you off the 7 point, and you could really get primed back in there and have trouble again. If he hits you out on the 11 or 12 point, it's not helping his game anywhere near as much, and you're duplicating a lot of his numbers that come in. He comes in with 1s, 2s, and 3s, and 1s and 2s hit. So I don't want to repeat myself, but duplication is right. Often. Duplication is right. Often. Duplication. Okay, you got the point. We're out of time, and I don't want to go over. And I need just a couple of seconds. First of all, we have a winner. And see me in just a minute. Those are consolation prize for you guys. Thanks for competing. You're both getting $20 gift certificates to the USBGF. One of you gets a set of dice cups that are handmade for me by a friend of mine in Pakistan, which is nice for a Jewish guy to have friends in Pakistan. And the other one gets a cube. You guys decide who gets which. That says you won the Simborg quiz. And in addition to the $20 gift certificate, these quizzes are hosted by the U.S. Backgammon Federation. I'm not going to give you the whole pitch again. It's the greatest hope for backgammon for the future. Join to help the game grow, to bring new people into the game, and join because it's fun. There's a tremendous amount of benefits for joining. Thank you all for coming today. Have a great tournament. And play this with your friends. It's really fun. Challenge Gammon. It's a great way to learn.
Nice job, Bill.
Thank you.
Gotta put a muzzle on,
So
Jerry.
these are all good bits of advice if you're playing a computer.
I know I can compete anybody.
Anybody?
I've got to look around. And you got to email Karen Davis. You have her, give you her email address. I'll give you her email address right now. She'll give you credit either for renewal membership or for the gift store. And there's all kinds of stuff you can buy. Well, then use that. You'll get a $20 discount on your renewal. Karen Davis. There it is. It's KD at cmwf.org. Now, one last time, I want to report. Let me get a picture. I want to get a picture of you guys winning the quiz so I can post it. You guys did a great job. You had a lot of great, really good, insightful plays. Okay, ready? Yeah. We'll put it on the website. Thanks for participating.
We were right on there.
These are not easy. A lot of those are very tough plays.
Cooking boss. You're like.
Yeah, it's, I'll tell you what.
It's kind of like. I don't think it's carried. Is it that way?
Yeah, I know, Jerry. It's a few guys for president. They gave me a penny. Now I got senseless.
Let's see. We've had a little session here this morning. Were you here? I guess you can tell.
Motivated.
They had a good
Practically. That's a good word.
Everything's wonderful. My kids are doing great.
Right. That's a good practice. You see where you're going there, right?
I haven't done. So
Yeah.
Are you going to?
Anything changes.
No, I'm getting jumping.
Yeah.
I'm only going to get this.
Yeah. Well, we do. I mean, do whatever.
Every day, I'm getting 2 days. 2 days.
I'm not happy right now.
You see that movie where the guy started out as one of the old man? You get younger as he gets older.
Thank you. Appreciate it. 45 minutes that was. 45 minutes. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Robin Williams. It's weird, but it had some points. Definitely made some points.
Those who weren't in the measure of heritage, injuries, certain injuries.
You looking for an idea about it? I'm just. That's what's taken away.
Sounds good. You know, you're getting compliments all the time, you know that.
I appreciate it. I love them. You can't get too many compliments.
Brian, you and Ray is not a bad team going right now.
Sorry, is the $300 board tournament or something?
Yes.
What's that?
4 players each put up $300, and we play a 7-point match, and then the winners play the winners, and whoever wins the second match is scored. Real leather. And turkey, it's a $1,200 board. This is a washable surface. How many people? We're going to have 4. Right now we have 2. I'll give you your money back if we don't have 4. We end up with 2. We'll put up $600 a piece and play 2 guys. your name. Jean.
Try to kill it, you and John.
I have one of these boards at home. I've been here for 4 years. Like that's
John Morton and John.
Can I just take this?
John Morton, that should be started.
I come in and buy all the slots.
You can buy 2 slots if you want for 600, and then you're in the finals. Made in Turkey. It's made in Turkey. One of my students years ago got all the talking for it. So he didn't like the way it was made.
What's the name of the
Yes. It's in the end, and go to their website. SBM.com.
same price?
Well, if you buy it on the website, it's $1,200 plus you gotta pay $100 shipping. Otherwise, it's $120 to ship to the United States. So you're saving on the shipping.
So right now you have 2 people?
Right now I have 2, and, as soon as more people get knocked out of the tournament, we'll get the other 2. We'll come. We'll have 4. If we end up with 2, I'll give you the option of splitting up 6. We're going to play 7-point matches. We're going to play 7-point matches. Yeah.
You guys, you were playing Patrick last night, weren't you? Didn't you late last night? Did you play Patrick? No.
When I was sitting watching. Yeah, that was Patrick. Yeah, I'm right here. Oh, you played a home in that.
Julia.
They had somebody else.
Julia.
I don't know who he is.
Julia, you've got 10 minutes for you. Lay as you lay.
Yeah.